Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'd like to provide you some stock analysis and also a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Okay, so today's stock analysis is for Alpine 4, ticker symbol ALPP. This is a stock that we have featured previously on this channel. Close of play on Friday, this stock was up in excess of 11%, closing at $4.24. Right now, I think there is some good news with regard to this stock, and let's have a look. Okay, so before looking at the current developments, we're going to have a quick recap of the key fundamentals with regard to this stock, ticker symbol ALPP. We do know it's a huge company, certainly in comparison with a similar company trading on the NASDAQ, UAVS. Ticker symbol ALPP is much bigger. We know they have a huge track record of success. They also have acquired more than 10 other businesses, so in terms of growth, that has been exceptional. They've won government contracts. They're specializing in the drone sector, and we know this is certainly earmarked for huge growth. Quarterly earnings are expected to show profitability, certainly I think in the second quarter of this year. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the key catalysts that have led to this stock showing some positive momentum, certainly on the Friday when it went up in excess of 10%. So if we look at the screen here, we can see that the quarterly earnings are due fairly imminently. We're looking at a date of between 14th and the 17th of May. So that's fairly imminent, and we're also aware that NASDAQ uplisting is also going to happen fairly imminently, certainly in this second quarter. So there could be an announcement on that. It could be this week, it could be next week. It's a kind of situation we have to wait and see. So we do also aware here that the drone business is growing rapidly, and it's going to lead to good news in terms of revenue progress. And also in terms of acquisitions, this is something that's continued. The company has only spent so far in the second quarter $7 million, and I think we are aware that they have in excess of $170 million available to continue with this. So certainly in terms of acquisitions, mergers and growth, positive news there. Okay, so we're going to take a social media angle on this now. I'm going to have a shout out to Langer from StockTwits, and this is his post here. So he has said that the demand is up, the economy is reopening, business is going to be booming. Kent Wilson has also said that from the company, and it's the ALPP is experiencing positive growth in all market verticals. So ALP is growing in all directions, with acquisitions, with explosive top line revenue, expenses down and profits up. It has a huge customer base and everyone is booming. So let's have a look at the rest of his social media announcement. He's also said that Tesla, Apple, Notre Dame, Department of Defense, Cobalt Robotics, Bertoli Pasta, etc. are all clients. So yes, that's good news. ALPP builds products for all of them and many more. So that's certainly a good base for them to continue going forward in the future. ARK Invest is going to predict that the drone economy is going to revolutionize many areas of the market. Certainly that's true in terms of deliveries. That's a huge growth area possibly for the future, and Alpine 4 will be in a good position for that. We can see that they're about to experience a post-COVID boom. Yes, that's certainly possible with the vaccine as well. So the demand is going to be huge, and also the general fundamentals are positive. So a good overall bullish summary from Slanger. Okay, so I'd like to just finish off by having a quick recap and look at the SWOT analysis for ticker symbol ALPP. Anybody who's studied business or marketing before will be aware of what I'm looking at here. So in terms of the strengths, the key good thing about the business is they have an excellent product design. Investors and retail investors like ourselves, we have strong belief in the company. The revenue is growing. We've seen in terms of diversification, they are involved not only in the drone sector but many other sectors as well. Opportunities, NASDAQ listing is going to be fairly imminent. They have US and worldwide expansion. They have demand is going to be increasing. There is an opportunity for a potential Amazon deal in the future, certainly when deliveries are going to be carried out by drones. So that's something for the future. Certainly more mergers and more acquisitions, that's going to happen. I'm very confident of that. Let's have a look at the bad news. They are still an OTC listing, so they're regarded as a penny stock. very volatile. We have seen that. So obviously this is a stock you have to invest very carefully in terms of using stop losses and also trying to choose a good entry point. So it is still a penny stock. So that means it's not available on many of the mainstream apps such as Robinhood and Webull. However, if we look at the opportunities, once it is available on the NASDAQ, I do see some tremendous growth for this stock. In terms of threats, legislation, we did see previously under the Trump government a banning of Chinese-based drones. So if the Biden government wishes to overturn that, then that will have a negative impact on ticker symbol ALPP. However, I don't see that happening. There is competition. Certainly we know that UAVS is a competitor, but ALPP is much bigger and has much better fundamentals. There's also a risk of a share split in the future. That can drive the price down. However, long term, that can also still be a good sign because it allows a company to grow. Okay, so just to finish off, if anybody's looking to make an investment or increase their holding in this stock, in terms of an entry point, first of all, before you look at investing, it is a penny stock, it is very volatile, and it's very important to time this very carefully. In terms of a good entry point, at the moment, it closed a play on Friday, it was trading around about $4.24, so there could be a pullback. So certainly an entry point less than $3.80 would be a good entry point. Going forward, once we have NASDAQ listing, I certainly expect this to achieve the all-time highs of a price well in excess of $9. Okay, so it's now time for lesson of the day, and today we're going to continue with our series on chart analysis. So today's chart is something called the descending triangle. So before we look at the descending triangle, let me give you the background in terms of what this represents. So descending triangle is a continuation pattern. The triangle is a bearish pattern, and it's usually created as a continuation during a downward trend. Occasionally it can be seen as a reversal during an upward trend, the opposite of ascending triangle pattern, but it's considered to be a continuation. So the key thing to remember and understand with this stock, that this triangle is a bearish pattern. So bearish pattern basically means it's going to lead to a significant fall in the share price. So if we look at the descending triangle, the green line there represents the value of the share. The triangle there in grey is indication of the descending triangle. So we can see once you have that shape after a significant fall in the share price, the red circle there will represent the breakout, but the breakout this time is going to be downward. So it's an indication there at the red point would be a good time to sell or cash out, or certainly take profits if you are there, because after that there's going to be a significant movement down. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Hope that helps, and please join me again.